And Marky, please, motherfucker, because you're even better than this, okay?
Goes back in with the front
Oh, it's Mark.
to get the pass maker, de-engage. It's
The level up now is going up.
Marky gets first blood.
Right now, they are playing for the Super League AD carry.
Capo shot. Says, get stopped, Superliga.
Why are they even here?
Well-
You just lost your AD carry. Dragon has been started off. Synchro short to fall as well after the Braum stacks are on.
Why?
Is it going to be
Why?
another kill for Super?
It's
Why?
just such a major overstep, and what more? This isn't your territory, Karmine Corp.
And welcome back to the desk for Game 5 of this EMEA Masters Summer Final. I love the voice come here. You can feel the energy within these Movistar Riders players, and I don't know, it's the
want to
force
ask
have
something.
shifted here.
I want to ask something. Yamato, did you approve of that speech before the game?
Honestly, anything to hype your players up. You know, you're going into Game 5, you need to do everything you can to gas them up. I was getting gassed up. You know, I was ready to play my game and run it down a little bit, you know.
It
I
worked?
think it worked. It was good.
Yeah,
it was good.
it
I liked it.
What happened, guys? What happened? Because it's a completely different Movistar Riders when you compare it to Game 1 and 2 and Game 3 and 4. They got the priorities right. They know exactly where and how to fight. And K-Corp doesn't have the answer anymore.
I think it's a couple of different things. Like, I want to take, like, step one, though. Bot lane has just been fantastic coming through for Movistar Riders. I think they've looked so much better in having that control there. And then the other one is going to be Frescovi in this mid lane as well. These AD champions are working out fantastically. The fact, again, they're getting control over mid lane. They're able to continuously play in and up towards that top side of the map. Work off of Marky having a ton of pressure against Cabochard. It has worked out so well in their favor that they're able to get these early leads. And then again, it's the Movistar's way. Just snowball yourself out of control.
And I love the adaptation with the Ezreal. Frescovi didn't just take the Ezreal off of the bot lane because he gets murdered by Draven for sure, but he also plays the champion. He has a 100% win rate this year, has 2 games on it with 8 KDA. And I love the way he was unlocked on the map, and by unlocking one lane from Movistar Riders, you create chaos for KC.
And that's exactly what you want to do, right? When you see that Kalist is playing Draven, when you see this kind of choices on the side of K-Corp, you want to put an emphasis on bot lane. And that's something we talked about during the pre-show, actually. The fact that Movistar Riders, if they want to win, they have to strike there, specifically Yamato.
I feel like it's such a complete juxtaposition of what we saw in the first 2 games, because in the first 2 games, K-Corp really found the beats and the timings of when to fight. Now I feel like they're over-posturing, taking moments and windows that are not necessarily forced, and even coming into this draft, right? Slamming a Draven there in the 4-5 in the Sejuani, removing that Rel Flex and then inviting the Braum. I just think it's something that, you know, K-Corp is not really known for.
And that's the thing, is they're not even pulling, like, taking their foot off the gas pedal, saying, hey, you know what, this isn't going to go too well, we'll take it easy. They keep trying to fight this 2v2, level 2, level 3, and it's giving these big advantages to Kalist. And you can see it on your screen, like Kalist having a monstrous performance in Game 3 and Game 4. Or sorry, not Kalist, sorry, Super having a monstrous performance in Game 3 and Game 4. And it just feels like, I mean, the bot lane for Karmine Corp just are not respecting the fact that they cannot play that aggressive without getting punished.
And I feel like it came across as a little bit desperate as well. I felt like Synchro kept circling around that bot lane and forcing fight. It's like, we have to cash out our Draven and we have to do it now, because if he keeps falling behind, we'll never get that big cash out to try and get that big mid-game Draven that every team wants when they pick the champion, right? And I feel like with that, it just becomes too predictable. You know that Synchro's going to play all the way around the bot side of the map. On the other hand side, for the past 2 games that Movistar have actually won, Isma has played towards the mid to top side of the map, and they have found keys to unlock the map for themselves like this and allow their bot lane to breathe as well.
We've talked about Kalist and Super on the bot lane, and I really love the fact that we have fresh blood and new talent coming on the bot lane, and they are 2 prodigies in their respective leagues. Kalist was leading the pace in the first 2 games, but now it looks like Super woke up, and when he's empowered like this, he's just unstoppable.
Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to try and shut this guy down.
Yeah.
He's happy on this area. He's happy to bring out things like the Kai'Sa now as well. And I think even though it didn't work out as well for them in game number 1 and 2, it actually being able to perform with, he has a strong front line. He has control of the game. They're able to play for side lanes. That's what's pushing us to Silver Scrapes and right now.
100%.
No, but it is actually the 3rd summer finals in a row where we have 5 games, and I'm really happy that it comes down to this. But before we jump on to the next game, Trouble, Frescovi, on 80 champions versus the champions he was playing during the first half of the series. It's a different player completely, and this is what is going to bring us to 5 games also.
Absolutely, and I'm not gonna lie, Silas is his main champion. This is why he went into the series playing the Silas, playing his main champ, but it just didn't work with these compositions. But seeing him on AD shoving mid lanes like the Ezreal, like the Lucian, and locking that mid lane and allowing Isma to play around the map more freely has shown why Movistar can come back.
Guys, after the first 2 games, I thought it was just completely going to be a blue wall thunderstorm here in Montpellier, and it turns out that things have changed. The situation shifted and the momentum has shifted. You look at the crowd right now, getting ready for this game 5. Movistar fighting against a crowd that was clearly not rooting for them. And this is what Isma said when he came to the desk earlier today. He wants to be the villain. Movistar riders want to be the villain here in Montpellier, and it looks like they're going to do it.
I just think it's the perfect story, right? Coming back from a 2-0 deficit, reverse sweeping in France when the whole crowd is against you. I'm kind of hoping that if they win and they have the winner's interview, if the hall is kind of emptied, it's as if they've claimed this whole arena for their own.
I mean, it feels like no matter what, we witness history here today. It can be Karmine Corp who are going to take another title, Zaken who's going to take his 4th title again, Cabo taking his 3rd, or we get to see the rise of LVP again. Those who fail to learn from history are doomed to repeat it, and it feels like the LVP is coming here to show that they are once more a dominant monster in EMEA, and they want to put Karmine Corp and the LFL in their place.
I mean, at the end of the day, these are the most successful ERLs we had in EU Masters history, with Spain winning the first title, winning against last year with Team Heretics, and there was an entire era of LFL domination, but it looks like we might have a new king in EMEA Masters this time around, Trouble, if Movistar Riser can close it out. So let's talk about the Game 5 as KC, surprise Pikachu, pick blue side once again. And I want to reflect on how the series went and how priorities shifted on the side of both teams. What do we want to see here in this Game 5 when it comes to picks and how to plan for the early game, because it feels like whoever wins the early game is just going to snowball throughout the rest of this.
I feel like KC have been putting a lot of priority over on the rail, so I'm expecting to either shift off of that and go for that Maokai themselves, or actually ban the Maokai away, which will allow for champions that are extremely S tier right now, like the Poppy, the Zaga, the LeBlanc, to remain open. So I feel like, especially for coaches, when it comes to a Game 5 like this, you have so many decisions to make right here. What do you leave open? What do you play? What brought you success to begin with?
I think the key thing for me is just looking at the solo laners of Karmine Corp. They've been playing the same champions 4 games straight. I want to see Saken on something that is more active early, whether it's the Nico, the Ari. I would like to see a shift up in the first pick as well. Maybe remove the Poppy ban, maybe remove the Rel and then first pick Maokai, because the Poppy doesn't really matter if Maokai is in the picture.
Yeah, and I think that's the big one for me. I mean, Tristana has basically slipped through the draft every single time. If you can end up taking Maokai first rotation, Saken onto something like the Tristana, I mean, it's not exactly something that he's renowned for, but having that control over the mid lane is going to give you a lot more control coming into that early stages, and then just trying to get comfort for Kalista in the bot lane. I think Kalista and Targamas haven't been as strong in the last 2 because they just don't look like they're able to dominate the 2v2 like they did.
And to bounce off of that, I feel like Karmine Corp's bot lane, they have been the sharpest when they've made it awkward. Whether it's the Nyla, whether it's the Senna, even the Kog'Maw Braum, that was something they could have picked into the Kai'Sa over and over again, but they just didn't. It is in the Fearless draft. They need to go back to what has worked, and that is Kog'Maw Braum in my mind.
As we're going to toss to the casters in a few minutes, I want to ask you guys for some predictions here. Who's going to win and why? Trouble, go first.
I smell a certain blue man is going to come out in the mid lane for Saken, and that would be the most poetic way to finish a best of 5. So I'm going to give it to K-Corp 3-2.
Yamato, I think the message is clear.
On my end, to follow up, I feel like 2 losses like this, I feel like Karmine Corp, they've learned their lesson. I think this time around, they did it for the sponsors, they did it for the Chupa Chupa and the Michelin, and Kamito getting stressed out on stream. I think they did it for all of the fans to experience something they can tell their grandchildren about. I think they're going to take it home in Game 5.
I think we're witnessing a page turning in EMEA Masters history. I think the LVP is coming back. I think Karmine Corp just haven't found a way to break through what they're bringing for Game 3 and Game 4. I think it's going to be the LVP and Movistar Riders who take it.
Has the momentum shifted? Or will Karmine Corp be able to close out the series and go back to the former glory, take back the throne, and what belongs to the LFL casters, take it away?
What belongs to the LFL? That is a fantastic line to pass it over. When we were preparing for the show this week, Trouble said a beautiful line that I want to fully credit to her. No matter what happens today, history is made. The Karmine Corp win their 4th title after 4 appearances at the EU Masters. Movistar Riders will make history 3 times. First, they will eliminate Karmine Corp and defeat them in a best of 5, which has never happened before. Second, they've made it to finals, which they've already done. Never happened before. And finally, if they win this game right now, they will be the first title holders in the Movistar Riders in the organization's history, which is fantastic. Got a little bit more numbers to throw out of you. A reverse sweep happened in spring. Wildcats did it. But the last 2 times that a reverse sweep almost happened, Karmine Corp defended it 2 years ago, as well as the following season, the Heretics defended it in Game 5. So we've seen a number of Game 5s. This is the 3rd Game 5 in a row for EMEA Masters Finals. What on earth is going to happen? Surely draft will be different this time. Come on, it has to be.
There's no pattern in the previous things. It all just comes down to this game, this draft, this gameplay, these 10 players. And we're loading in to see if any of the adaptations that was discussed by the desk is going to come through in this champ select.
Maokai. What is going to happen with the tree?
Oh,
Nice. Wow,
okay.
all right. So already a different tune being sung by the Karmine Corp side on this blue side. Of course, remaining on it. Haven't swapped sides, either of these teams. The Nyla will remain a consistent ban here for Movistar. The Blanc is to follow. So now, Poppy, Zaya. Those are the picks which could potentially still be up, which have been perma-banned throughout this entire series by Karmine Corp.
Oh, that's a LeBlanc out, so they might be swapping up the Poppy. Wow. Yep, that's the Poppy that goes through. Rail goes out. Now the question is, do you feel forced to ban the Maokai? Because you know they will first pick the Maokai.
No is the answer to that one. Senna removed because I think the Senna enables both. The likes of that Yasuo, obviously Neil was banned away and no surprises. Maokai locked in. The French are happy with that one.
French are happy. Let's see where Isma goes for the jungle pick now. Will it be the run back of the Renekton Sejuani from those earlier games? If it is, we need to see the same level of aggressive picks from the bottom lane, in my opinion, or it has to be something that can nullify these engages of the Maokai, break those apart. Otherwise, I fear you could run into a very similar issue that you did earlier on in the evening.
Man, I just haven't liked the Sejuani so far. It feels like it does the same function as a tank as Maokai, but much worse. Single target engage, not the instant lockup. The stun doesn't come through immediately. You could try and play more up towards Maki with this matchup as they didn't do earlier when they had the pairing, and see if they can find avenue for it. Saya, as we mentioned, also left open. But if the Saya goes through, I'm almost convinced that they will third pick the Seri for Super.
Kalista's 4 games ever on Zaya. Every single one of them is a win. His KD is 11. 11 on this champion. Wait for it. Listen to this crowd.
He knows what they want.
The blue man in the middle lane, I think, is what the Anastasia was saying.
That's what
and is the blue man back? Has she done it again?
You can see he's talking with the coach, he's talking with the players. Seikun, he's laughing, he's gonna do it, isn't he? No. He will bait us, he'll bait Montpellier Arena.
Yep, there it is.
But there's the Zeri third pick, as expected. And now it's about what bans will come through from Movistar. Surely Cassante is one of them, but what is the other one?
I mean, are we looking at Cassante? Is it the Ornn as well from Capuchard? He hasn't really had a lot of answers into the Renekton, at least not answers where he wanted to brawl it out.
I mean, listen, when we look at the champion pool, 6 games of Renekton throughout the course of summer, then we got 2 on Jax, 2 on a Tryndamere that was awful. Cassante, Poppy, no. So, not a super diverse champion pool. The Cassante banned and the Alistar removed. I'm also very intrigued. What will Alvaro run?
As long as it's not Rakan, I don't care.
Okay. We're going to find out because I'm with you on that one.
Could be good against Maokai. You can bait them in if they get the knockdown
Oh,
as well.
I'm not
the Saya. Like, I don't hate it.
The concern is, of course, if you don't take it, you also potentially hand that one over. So what are the other options?
I mean, let's see. KC, they're not going to ban Lawless, so even though you can technically run into some issues, you're always kind of happy to trade Depth Charge with Featherstorm, things of that nature. The 2v2 is also quite playable in the early stages if you find the windows for it, but it's not necessarily still the best 2v2 to look at. It's about those team fights later on still.
Yeah, and he's really going to be dicking as well. Pretty much all of Fresco's champion he's been played outside of this series in the tournament has been banned away, either by themselves or by Casey as well. And that would be a Okay, so we've gone over this in theory. Once again, he outranges Azir, you can go in on him. But playing this against the Maokai in laning phase is extremely difficult.
It's really rough. Now, surely Cabo wants Ornn. Surely he wants Ornn. They're going to need another over-the-top engage to try and deal with the ranged poke that Xerath can put down.
Yeah.
It has to come through. And I think also they might have to snap the Braum away. They might have to do it blind just so they can, you know, not have that be blocked out by Alvaro.
No, in Taka, he's thinking about Rakan here. Even if they go Braum themselves, he's not going to be worried about it. You got the Saya combo. You could pair it up. Would have that extra lockdown following through with the Maokai.
I just feel like Braum has so much value into this comp. I hear it, honestly. Stack more engage. It makes so much sense when you've got the Maokai and the Ornn. But I feel like this could just be an angle of taking away tools from Movistar so they can't actually use them. It's one or the other.
Well, Rakan is going to the Yonsa.
All right.
So now we know that one locked.
But I still don't think it's going to be... While the Braum will have value against the Maokai, the Ornn as well. I'm worried how will that pan out for your laning phase, because it's a free laning phase for the Saya and Rakan. I'm really curious to see what Alvaro will come through as a response here, because I think they want engage. They only have the Sejuani. They must want more, and yes, they take the Nautilus.
He hovered it for a second, so I think that was the signal of saying, this is an angle, but I want the Nautilus. I want the more aggressive option.
For the last time today, how do these comps play? What are your expectations? Where should we be focusing our eyes?
Immediately, I think has to be the bottom lane. You've got the lovers duo in the bottom side. Saya Rakan is always going to look for the windows to slip in and find those 2v2 kills. And on the opposite end, it's Nautilus Zeri with a Sejuani to boot on the side to try and link the chain TC up together. It has to be the bottom lane.
I gotta be honest, I'm really favoring the Karmine Corp composition right now. The lockdown with the ultimates that you have on Maokai, Rakan, Saya as well, that removes the lockdown. She's gonna be so free. The range as well from the Azir. Yes, it's matched by a Seraph, but in a team fight setting, if you're not ahead and first on the objective, how is that gonna stack up?
The only thing that can break apart the very defensive nature of this Karmine Corp lineup for me is the Seraph. Movistar need to get it ahead. They have to find ways to put gold into it so it can do its job, so it can make fights awkward and force as many resources out in the mid-game as possible.
Can the reverse sweep happen? Can Karmine Corp be stopped? Can the Movistar Riders pick up their first EMEA Masters title? Listen to the soon-to-found in Montpellier, and welcome to Game 5 of your EMEA Masters final.
I can't see nobody stopping me. If there's a problem, I gotta solve it. Straight to the top, I can't see myself falling. I gotta grab it, there's no time for stalling. Number one, turning the options. Now I'm fired up. I'm sorry, brother, your time's up. I see the top and I climb up. I came from the ashes, I rise up.
This crowd is hella loud. And we are loading up for the 5th and final time to the Movistar Riders and Karmine Corp. And just before the action hits the fan, all time has been a little bit favored. The Super League, the Spanish teams have had the bigger number of wins against the French. Will it happen today? Will it surprise Goldborg, and will the history repeat itself?
It's a good question. It's not me who's got the answer for you, Trevor. It's the players. It's the ones you're looking at right now. And we have a full arena waiting for that exact same question.
Just listen to them. I don't think commentary is needed right now.
Completely agree.
I don't know if the producers get a camera on that crowd, but it's literally half and half. They're waving those thunder sticks around while we're just relishing that. Thank you to everyone that's attended. Thank you to everyone that's watching at home. This is the first of 3 days, and let's turn our attention back to the game. Try our best to focus in. Marquis is finally facing a different freaking champion. And he's had 2 good games against Cabos Casante, 2 not good games. Now he's doing a completely different beast.
I mean, laning phase-wise, this matchup is very free for Renekton. Not in the sense that you're getting kills, but you take Demolish secondary, you push in the wave, and you slowly but surely just chip away on the plating, and you continue to do that. So he will definitely come ahead going into the mid-game. Oh, already level 2 from Alvaro. Good trade in the early game. It's not going to turn out for more.
Not bad at all. You force Targa down really low. Isma's pathing towards the bottom side as well. Naturally, so is Synchro, however. So I imagine we are going to see a 3v3 headbutt, no doubt, by the time we hit level 3.
And I will just say this as well. Huge kudos to this crowd. Game 3 and 4 was tense. It was quiet. You've heard the memes. You've read them. People checking if their headphones are working. Now Game 5, this has turned into a party, a fiesta, a love of League of Legends. And I love that Alvaro already got that initiation in the bottom lane. My God, it's going to be hard to cast this whole game.
Isma is spotted out going into the red buff here. He's not going to be able to clear it before the rest of them comes around. He does have that bot lane priority. Question is, will Alvaro join up with him? They're going to the bush. Question is he going to spot him? Nope, he's out of there.
Now, I want to see what Isma can do on the Sejuani because, Goldborg, you said it perfectly. I don't think the Sejuani's had the same, let's say, influence or impact as what we have seen from the likes of that Maokai, just running in Sinkov's hand. So I want to see what is Isma's answer because he only found success on the tree.
I will also say, however, when Isma was running the Sejuani, he didn't have a Nautilus next to him.
That's very true.
The first game, he had a Rakan, and the second, he had a Lulu. So
yeah.
They weren't the best pairings in the world this time around. So much additional CC can be layered in. It does make target selection, once you get that first piece of lockdown in, really easy to confirm.
Look at the mini-map. Gentlemen, both junglers, at least in the nearby area. Let's see if Sinkov wants to make a step back. He's clearing out the Krugs for now. Isma immediately looking for the scuttle, and exactly as expected. In the top lane, Marky's currently shoving in. But these junglers and these river movements, the vision, the information has been hugely impactful in the previous games.
Absolutely. It's been very interesting to see just how different the Wards has been from game to game. I'm going to have a very good time just going back and rewatching it, actually. Now, Isma could try and make his way up towards the top side spot. He knows Synchro's up there. They could also look for Forsaken.
Eye of Destruction came down. Where's the shocking orb? It's dodged away from. The flail is flashed, but advantage. Jamada, you said it loud, you said it clear. This Xerath has to get ahead, and that is a small window, small opportunity.
It's the only thing that can make the lives of the Karmine Corp members really awkward. They've got the engage, of course, to shut down the Xerath, but if 1 or 2 Qs land, it just becomes so difficult. If you get half health, look at this on the bottom side. Alvaro, he was roaming up towards the mid lane. Because of that, KC just going to push him off that plate.
Interesting map movement there. Not sure what Alvaro was up to. Could potentially have looked around mid lane. He was probably looking for that flash down.
Drex line comes in. Connects just a little bit of damage. The wave is clear. I think important though, the plate being secured, this is an advantage to Kalist and Targamas.
Absolutely. 3-5-minute Aurea play going through in this matchup where you have Nautilus into Rakan. Usually you love that matchup, but ooh, hold up. Kalist, Targamas, still waiting around. Alvarez around. Here comes that head flash you're talking about. He missed it!
They both missed! Neither supports find their initiation. But the damage trade is still in favor of the Xayah Rakan combo. Their attack speed, the range, those feathers. But man, the entrance and the hook, neither found their mark.
Going to be interesting to see if Marky is going to leverage a different advantage. Nope, I thought that maybe he would hold on to his TP just because he would have it before when it becomes unleashed, but it is at 5 minutes, so both top laners expending it now will still have it when it gets unleashed. He's just going to make the most out of his laning matchup.
Exactly. And in a lane like this, like you mentioned, it's one of 2 ways, right? You run the Demolish, you just try and strip away the plates as quickly as you can, or you just find the windows to roam. You keep Cabochard underneath the tower. It's never really going to be able to answer, but this is some of the power you can find out of the Xerath pick into Azir. He's going to lock himself in place to find those war attacks with the soldiers, and it just does make all those skill shots so much easier to hit.
Remember in the finals, Karmine Corp taking down the NLC twice, the LFL once. Those are the 3 titles, 2 teams that they took down. This will be the first time that they've met. The Spanish squad Super League in the finals. For Movistar, on the other hand, the best they've ever made was semi-finals. Semis, groups, quarters. This is their first finals ever. And historically, Spanish squads have had a slight edge over the French. Right now, they're starting a dragon early. Jamada's eyes are wide. Can't believe it. So happy to see.
I'm very happy, though, at the end of the day. Dragon kind of soft reset. I'm not sure if Sigprof is going to try for anything sneaky. He won't. It's about trying to get away cleanly, and it looks like Movistar will, so they get a dragon very early on. And again, the pressure of potentially stacking a soul from the jump is going to be so important on putting a pressure on Karmine Corp.
And crucial as well. Small advantage for Monkey on top is dead even across the board there. Minor advantage. The junglers have not been able to completely dictate the game. And I think much like game 4, we had 7, 10, 12 minutes of pretty even start before the game was blown wide open by that double AD comp. Movistar have only been able to win with double ADs, and now we need to see what Frisco can do on this mage. Because again, if you look at the bottom lane, it is now Targamas going to rejoin. Level 5 into the level 4 of Alvaro. Feathers have been pulled forward. That's the engage.
Oh my god, Kalist!
The feathers! Oh! Super gets taken down! It's Targamas! It's Kalist! It's the next superstar of EMEA bot lane!
Super needed 1 more minion to hit 6, and he just doesn't hit it alongside Alvaro.
Nah, I need that one in slow motion. The way he flashed, with the feathers that was set up there, it looked like he was setting up with an ultimate. He just flashes in with it.
I even think, looking at the HUD, Super might have misclicked his ultimate on the back end of the play.
No ways!
He doesn't have ultimate.
It doesn't look
I
like
don't think it would have made the difference, but you can see The nerves are there as soon as Kalist starts to walk forward in a situation like that.
And listen, I don't want to meme it, but this kid is 17 years old, playing on this stage in his first EMEA month. He is popping off the entire series.
Absolutely, and look at the map, what it's currently doing for them. Right now, Super is still down towards the bottom line. Kalist, Tarkamas, they're already around this Rift Herald. If Movistar Riders get baited into this, they might take a bad fight.
Forge God! The on horn sets up the dead ball! Karmine Corp, 2 kills, Rift Herald in Game 5. They are looking to take commands.
They get him down there. It's just a bit of a mismovement as well. Bot lane got a kill through Kalist. They get a solo kill. From that solo kill, they get the tempo advantage. Moving into the Rift Herald. And Movistar Riders are just getting baited into it. They should have backed out. Tempted to fight a bit, but let Super stick around for his plates.
Now, the advantage is 500 gold as a herald of potential for more. The Movistar Riders have had a few MacGuffins to start off Game 5. But they cannot let the crowd, this volume and the pressure get to them. This is the slow-mo you were asking for.
Yeah, okay, absolutely. So let's have a look at it here, because you can see with the feathers, he's dodging out. He knows he's looking. Yeah. This flash coming through must be so close to where the feathers are coming in. I mean, it's so beautiful. It's just enough. As you said, hasn't hit 6 yet. It's come through there, but it's already too late. And this is an AD carry. Setting up his support is supposed to be the other way around.
Yep, exactly. And Super so close to 6. The competition must not have been for the play. They had to turn on for the damage. On the top side, Isma, he's shredded. Almost a lot of burst damage returned onto target to try and make it a 1-for-1, but either way, it would have been a jungler for support trade, and Karmine Corp would have got the Herald either way. You have to build.
Look, you saw the damage from that right to the Arcane, but the mobility of that Rakan simply not enough. What's very important to recall is because of the 30 CS advantage for Marky in the top lane, the plates is secured. The advantage of CS for both Frisco and Super, we are actually dead even on gold.
Yeah, but 1 minute and 40 seconds for this Drake. Super has once again still forgotten to level up his ultimate. He's dinged 7. I forgot about it. Yeah, we even saw Ping coming through from Isma. Ping in his AD carry. It is
you are 100% correct. I'm in the client right now. 4-1 and 2, QWE, no ult.
That's a big problem.
Absolutely.
Not having that chain damage available.
Look at the bottom lane.
Oh, hold up, Kalist!
They're going to dive. They're going to be diving. Kalist is alone. He's caught. The dredge line landed. The feathers come out, and with the cleanse, he's able to escape, to survive, to stay alive, and to shut down the Spanish for now. Right of the Arcane kills a bird in the hand. And with the fact that Kalist is down, it's a minute to go for Dragon. We are still dead even as far as the gold is concerned.
It's such a horror with that ultimate. He could have just cleaned up the kill way early, and that would have been enough. But without it, it becomes this extended fight where they're able to trade it. Luckily, that Arcane Barrage is there from long distance, but that should never be a 1-for-1. That should have been a kill when he gets hooked under the turret like that.
If Movistar start to slowly bleed this game away off the back of these small inches.
Jumada. It is 1-0 for the Xerath, the only kill. Is that champion, that ultimate, the right of the Arcane enough? It's gonna be freaking hard to make that work. But we are 12 minutes in. Super, are you about to get caught out? Knocked up into the air. The feathers come forward. The spark is out. Super is down. Listen to this crowd. Alvaro is the next target, and Nispa's gonna try to save the day. But he's got a flail. He's got the knockup. He comes over the wall. Targamas is able to escape. And so is Kalist. He's going to get another. He's going to get Isma. He goes to second.
It's a disaster for the bot lane of Movistar Riders, but a triumph for Karmine Corp as they pick up 3 members down in the bot side. And once again, Corps off of Super. Got a different replay coming through first, though. You can see it here. Ultimate, it would have been over. Cleanse coming through, but it's not enough. And Kalist stays alive for so long with the healing result. Arcane Barrage, though. Get those T2s out. He got it.
Listen to the crowd. They are.
I love this crowd. I love this crowd.
Oh, and this here. I mean, it's just a little overextension, and it's small movements, or rather pixels, of that W that's catching him off.
You have to feel poor Super in this kind of moment.
When the pressure's been turned up to the max, Movistar Riders have faltered more than what we've seen from Karmine Corp. When they had nothing left to lose, game 3 and 4, they bit back. You hear that all the time. When a team is done, when a team has nothing left, they make it work. Seiken chucks out the Emperor's Divide. And here comes Kalist. Gets the flash from Isma defensively. Cabo shot! With the call of the Forge God! The call of the EMEA Masters God! Karmine Corp, 3,000 gold in the lead. They are eyeing that trophy. They are eyeing that 4 titles. And they are eyeing a win in Montpellier.
Movistar Riders have spent the past 2 games instilling hope into the Spanish faithful. And yet they may not be rewarded as Karmine Corp have the world crashing down on their heads. They find another perfect skirmish in the mid lane, and off the back of it, they're going to get the dragon, and they are going to return back on the map so much wealthier than before.
One thing, props to Karmine Corp, they keep upping up the tempo in favorable skirmishes, but also this is where there's critique for Movistar Riders, because when they're finding themselves at a deficit, their main win condition is still let's go in. And the problem is right now, by going in, they're not really winning these fights. They need to find a way to stabilize, or else Karmine Corp, they're just going to dissect them again and again in these fights.
Karmine Corp been here before. Win the first 2, lose the next 2, and bounce back in game 5. History looks to be repeating itself. The last time this happened to KC, they are 3,000 gold up. If you look at the itemization differences as well, pretty significant lead, yeah, for KC. And Kalist will be taking down this tower in the bottom lane. Importantly as well, 1 dragon apiece, so the soul is not going to be a point to be considered. And all eyes are on Movistar. They need to slow down, but it's going to be very tough. It's going to be very difficult because of how many insane long-range tools they have to deal with.
How fast can they burn this Rift Herald? Kalist currently going for a recall. He's going to run straight up there. Super's catching a wave.
It should be gone. It should be gone, but now this needs to be a magical. Thank you to the production team. Look at this crowd. They've turned away. They're not even watching the game. I don't know if that's a superstitious thing or there's a reason for this, but nevertheless, Marky's not going to start the fight here with Cabo. Use that Butler's breath, put some damage back and look at the minimap.
Oh, look at the rest of them. They're coming
up.
Yeah,
Karmine Corp. Targa got that Hex Flash, got the quickness, and he wants to come down with Marky's head. Nature's Grasp is committed on the minimap. Movistar Riders trying for the cross map, Jamada. They're trying to take the bottom tower, but that is just too simple. It's too easy. It's the 9th kill secured. 100% kill anticipation for the Zyra Khan combo. Yep. I didn't say that correctly at all.
They've been on the map the entire time. Movistar, I suppose, will at the very least find some reprieve in getting some gold into Super's back pocket. But I think the fact of the matter is, Kalist has to be so close to the second item already.
Becomes so difficult as well, because even in the cross maps as well, at least they're getting something right now, but Marky, you have to feel he could have seen that coming, and you could have gotten out of time, had the ultimate, had the flash available. Alari's going to meet Synchro. They could actually find a pick right here.
Where's the damage though? Where's the damage? Needs to be on Piscawi. Right of the Arcane. 2, 3, 4, 1, 5, 5. Connect 6.
Oh, beautiful.
Kill. That's the shutdown. The horn is blown, and Alvaro will be the target. Taken out by Saken. 10 kills to 2. And as this slows down, I'm going to ask you guys, has there ever been a team or an organization, EMEA Masters, as dominant and impressive as Karmine Corp? I mean, they are looking likely to make this 4, and I don't think one has existed.
Absolutely not, as at least not while they've been here, but I feel like as well, there's still small hopes as well for Scauri on this Seraph. Picked up another shutdown now, Super going in as well.
He is indeed, will chuck out the spark. Trying to get those zaps and burst the powers. The
oh my god! Oh my god!
He's only 17!
Disgusting! That's what that is.
What a night to just know he can step forward.
Game 5. No fear.
No fear at all. 3-1 and 7. 2-0 and 9 for Targamas in the bottom lane. And that gold lead still staying stable, okay? It's 3,000. The thing is, that doesn't tell the full story. That doesn't tell the 17 minutes of gameplay. And that sure as hell doesn't tell you how hot his hands are right now. Not missing a single thing.
I mean, it's looking amazing for Kalist. This is just his world right now. He's taking over. Both Saken as well on his here, looking quite comfortable. No AD carry to take care of that, but you know, for Sky as well, still on the Seraph, we're looking at it, but it's not going to be enough in terms of the gold lead you're currently looking at. It's Karmine Corp, who's now marking their pressure on the map. Still not having dealt with this mid lane turret, but you can see the pressure. Move in the mid lane, move up towards the top side.
Find out what they can do, of course, for Movistar. Pretty even setting in the first 10 minutes, but they've been bullied and beaten and pushed back. Nature's Grasp from Syncroft thrown down. Have Karmine Corp bitten off more than they can chew right now? No, because of another teleport comes in. Movistar thought they had a moment. Look for the dredge line. Look for the hook. Alvaro connects, but that's already onto the Ord. Rise of the Arcane. Burn is the word. The shutdown secured. That's the second for Friscawi. But here comes Seiken. Movistar.
Marky.
Able to do it. Marky's got himself another. How the hell have they turned this around? I thought Seiken would save the day, but he was forsaken to Super and the Zeri. All of a sudden, Movistar are right back into it.
They're back in the game. 8 minutes into the game. Karmine Corp might have thrown what should be a sure game for them. Drake up in 5 seconds as well. Marky with the Gordringer stays alive, but the hero of that game once again was Friscawi finding Kalist with the Arcane Barrage.
Marky locks down the targets. Friscawi is shooting fish in a barrel in the back line. Take a look at Kalist. All of Karmine Corp think they've got the angle onto Marky, but the dredge line, the re-engage to stop the entrance into the river is enough, and Kalist just gets bursted down. It's a shutdown, more gold into the Seraph's back pocket, and even though this Ulma looks great for disengage, no one's touching the Seraph.
And we're just waiting for cooldowns here. The W comes through from Marky. Gordringer comes out to heal up as well, and Super, he survives the skirmish. And as you said, Jamada, the Seraph staying alive. I don't think he took a single tick of damage in that team fight.
4-0-2, 100% kill participation, and that's the crowd that I was listening for, okay? I had already conceded Movistar's chances. I believed they were going to lose. Once the teleports came in from KC, they did overstep, they did overstay, and they were punished. So we're back to a near dead even game with a dragon fight on the horizon. Friscawi, 2 items completed, Voice Off to back up that Ludens, and no challenge on the dragon. So this game is not over. We reset our expectations. I also recognize I've been screaming a lot because this crowd is loud, so I'll try to dial one back just a little. And now look at this, 20 minutes. Do either of these teams even want to play around Brand? How do they play from here?
I mean, you can't just flip it like that, and I think the Maokai will certainly have a better avenue at that. Also just with the long-range ultimate from Kappa Shot and beyond. But what I really wanted to call out is just the fact that Super's back on level footing with Kalist. Yeah, he's a level behind, but they're sticking with the 2 items as well. Friscawi as well have the lead against Seiken. And it's just back to an even footing between these two. For Karmine Corp, is to make sure you don't take a fight like you just did earlier. And for Movistar, it's a chance of redemption from the early game that you messed up. Could be the first game in this series that wouldn't be defined by the early game.
Jomana, do you believe in the Zera to bring back the game from where it was? Because you made it super clear at the start of it, the Zera has to be ahead. Okay, 1, 2, 3 sidestep, 4 sidestep, next connects, not enough. Angry B, but look in the north, look in the jungle. Seeing Krav stepping back.
That's the thing though, it pushes Kalist out. He's probably only going to have lifesteal from runes at best, so if this starts to keep on, there will be windows for Movistar to slip in to the Baron and put more pressure down for Karmine Corp.
As well as the longer the game goes.
But it's just a moment for Friscawi as well. See if he can burn that Saya ultimate. If he can get that out before fight, then you're chilling as well. But it's just going to be resets coming through. Even map state pretty much. The only one with a push is Marky. There's a collection of a wave as well in the top side, but they're just going to come out now on even footing. Even looking at the turrets, they're at a standstill. Could not be more even, at least not after the early game that we had in this game.
I mean, that overstep going to be huge now. I still think momentum, I still think decision-making thus far has been on the side of KC. The goal that Movistar have been able to accrue, I think, is from punishing Karmine Corp. The fact that Friscawi as well has been able to use that range, use that ultimate, and sit safely far enough away. Marky is now going to be in a little bit of trouble. Facepalm from Cabo. I think not enough support from the rest of KC to be truly terrified. And the game is slowed down to be about these neutral objectives. It's 3 minutes from the next Dragon. What Baron is available will take a little while to come out, and that Storm won't really find the stun. Let's see, does Syncroft commit the trees? No, holding on to
as well. I'm really just looking to see if they can get any TP wards down as well, but there's not really
We're literally just waiting for the fight. We're literally just waiting for the fight.
Just waiting them to set up to go for a fight.
Okay, so fight in the river. As it starts, the Prison comes out. Tower secure in the bottom lane. Cabo and Marky. Call of the Forge God. Here comes Seiken. Sand Soldier gets the kill, but he got the tower. Now, what can Movistar do? They need a stall, they need to buy time.
This was a little bit too chunk tower. I don't think they can do Baron. KC know this. Will they have a teleport ward? They will. It's a double TP too.
Oh my word. The Nyan Cats, they find the route. Alvar is able to flash. Dredge line to safety and he gets away with his life. It is a 25-second death timer. for Marky. He has a teleport available to him. And also, inside the pit, FLICKR can just play whack-a-mole with that ultimate.
Yeah, that was a situation that could have been much worse. You can see there are no cover wards as well. Good poke to come out here, but I don't think they can go for a team fight still.
They're not going just yet. They will get the tower. So 3-4 as far as that is concerned. 14 kills to 6. It is 400 gold the difference. That is irrelevant. Second item picked up there. Forsaken, he is once again gone for that death cap. And itemization-wise, I think this is the first time all series long where both Kalist and Super are actually pretty much even as far as items and damage are concerned up to the 20-minute mark. So this series started with a showdown of the bottom lane. Started with the expectation that these are the two players that'll take over the game. The way Game 5 is playing out, I still think their influence on the team fights could ultimately be what decides who hoists that trophy here in Montpellier.
Absolutely, but it's also what leads up to it. You can even see the items of Marky. He's not going for a Steroids gauge. He's just getting into the Black Cleaver so he can match. He's looking for a GA secondary. He's ready to die. He wants to be able to battle the Ornn on the side lane, and he wants to be able to dive in and die for his team. He's probably setting FLICKR up for success. Isma should be able to get out of Baron. 1 minute on the Drake as well.
If the past fights are anything to go by, I think it's more about actually if he uses the stopwatch before he buys the GA, getting into the backline, stunning up Kalist whilst he has no cleanse. Setting up for Fresskowy now. Will they face check?
Follow the river. They don't. They do pop a ward down. Call the Forge Guard is summoned. From behind is Marky. He's going to be a little late to the fight. Isma's caught out. He's in trouble. The stun connects and Isma's down. Synchro is replied. But where is Seiken and Kalist? Fresskowy's putting the damage out, but with Super down. Is that enough? Kalist survives. Marky will be the next to fall. And Fresskowy's running for his life. It is an Arcano Pulse of all Arcano Pulses. It is a 1-4-3 in favor of Karmine Corp.
There's no jungler on the map though. Are they really willing to flip the title with no jungler available?
And Fresskowy still has that flash available. There's room for playmaking potential. They got the feathers. No, the feathers just burned out.
Arcano Pulse, Arcano Pulse, Arcano Pulse!
That's
Gets
one.
the kill! Kalist is low!
Oh, can't make it two.
Baron is secure. Kalist gets it, but they get the kill. So they managed to walk away with the Baron, the gold lead, and more importantly, the ability to push those side lanes.
Wow, I can't believe they actually decided to do that. I know they have the feathers, but my god, without jungler stats, scary.
They burger flipped in EMEA Masters final.
The stones. The sheer stones of the KC players. They find out Isma, but in kind, Synchro is on the front line. Marky does exactly what we expect. He finds his way to Kalist, but unfortunately, on the re-engage, you can't get in time for a God Drinker to properly heal him up. And unfortunately, his impact isn't as felt as perhaps he would have liked it to be.
The fight got so split. One member on Seiken, the other on Kalist. In the live picture, though, we see Drake has been started up. Synchro does have that flash, but it's stunned up, and it's just going to be Soul Point now. It is a Cloud Drake, but it's available for Movistar Riders.
And also super quick. Don't forget the fact that those ornaments have come in. Primordial Dawn for Cabo. The Leandri's Lament Forsaken, the FLICKR for Kalist. They are super empowered with Baron, with 3,000 gold up. And a Cloud Soul is not exactly going to be the biggest difference maker. Before the Forge God comes out, Arcano Pulse right at the Arcane starts to get fire, but not enough damage is connecting, not enough shots are landing, not enough hope is lasting. Movistar are throwing everything they can to defend, but they won't be able to hold the tower. Warborg, they may not be able to hold the inhibitor. They've got no Glacial Prison. Marky's looking for that window, for that opportunity to dominate and go in, but he can't. The base is open, and KC are one step closer to another title.
It does fall down eventually. Now they can play on top side instead if they want to, or bot side. There's so many opportunities. They will have the pressure of the mid lane with the supers coming through. Should make it more difficult for Movistar Riders as well to gain pressure and at least remain in control in terms of trying to get that Drake. Karmine Corp dictating it after getting that Baron.
Yeah, they're going to have to try and find more backline access, Movistar Riders. Onto Kalist, onto Seiken. Right now, no flash on the Xayah, but cleanse is available. They're really going to have to try and push the envelope, but for Karmine Corp, they can do more or less of what they've been doing for so long. Look at the faces of the Movistar coaching staff backstage.
That tells you a lot, doesn't it? You can feel it. You can see it. The anticipation is Karmine Corp will win this. They do need to push over those final options, and they have made a mistake before, but they got 2 teleports available. Your eyes on the itemization here. 3rd item completed. Super. Can he have a Zeri moment? Teleport for Cabo in the top lane. He's alone. He's away from the team. He's not pulled the trigger yet. Waiting for that to come in.
Exactly. There's no fight being engaged on right now. Cleanse.
I didn't see where was that blown?
It was blown by Ismail ulting him on the Sejuani, so the cleanse is down for Gliss, but he still has the ultimate.
That was silent underneath all of the tension here.
Thank you, GB. I was so busy watching Cabo on the minimap, I didn't even catch the Glacial Prison coming out. Now Marky alone, knocked up. No flash available. Vinkrov will taxi to the minion. Look at the bottom of your minimap. Super holding the lane against Seiken. No teleport needed. The 6th tower secure, and Super trying to rejoin the rest of his squad.
That's the issue though for KC. There's so much wave clear between Zeri, Stack, Shiv,
the fight.
between Zeref.
There's the fight. Isma, body slam, caught up, knocked up. Nature's Cross not used. TP used now. Seiken coming into the middle lane. Death goes forward, the feathers fly! But they can't pull him just back. Not just yet. The Nature's Grasp goes out in the dredge line. Buffered just in time. Okay, teleport, feathers, Cabo, sync up, all those ultimates used. But it still may not be enough because Movistar are behind.
Yeah, so much gets burned, nothing gained. They can move down towards the bot side. There's still a wave coming in right now that they can play on in just 10 seconds time. Frescari is moving down as well, so hopefully they can look to siege here. Recall is coming through. They're seeing this on a ward. They can look for a pick here.
Oh, Synkrov. Then just to get away from the flail. We're a minute 40 from the next dragon. It would be the soul for Movistar. And I think the Elder is a way back into this game, but my God, do you have to play for a long time to get to that point.
Just looking at the items, maybe an AD carry advantage can be given to Kalista. He's looking for the block burst as well. You can see it. He's trying to get all the resources on the map right now. Raptors, red buff, Crocs. Will it be enough to finish him? Oh, for him to finish it before the Drake comes through.
If you want Movistar to survive, put your hands in the air. Channel that spirit bomb. Get Super to Saiyan. That Bloodthirst has been completed by Kalist. And we're a minute from Dragon. Okay, gentlemen, do we anticipate the Dragon fight? Baron is up in a minute as well, so split objectives. How do they play this, and what are you looking for from either team?
The thing is, even as Movistar right now, you could give this up and feel good about it. It's just an AD carry deficit, but you could just be trying to go for it.
Movistar should drop it. That's my call personally.
Do they gamble on the Baron?
I think you're better off gambling on the Baron than over a single Cloud Dragon. Potentially Soul.
It's a Dragon Soul, come
just
on, man.
To let the Elder spawn up, though, I don't know. I feel like you're putting a lost con on the map.
Yeah, you're speaking my kind of language. I agree with this one as well, but KC's still posturing in the mid lane. They're not sending all their resources down towards that Drake. They can just push in the bot lane, have Kalist solo it, and then afterwards posture around the mid lane.
Movistar, I think they're waiting for KC to actually group up so they can posture around the top side.
Tiger must be cut from behind. Flash already playing there in the middle. Syncrov's in a little bit of trouble. Jumps over. Alvaro's dredge line forward. The Tiger, he's down with the quickness. Backed up by Core of the Forge Guard. But Frisco is able to survive. He's forced to flash though and run away. Nature's Cross comes down. That's Isma. He's caught Kalist, but he's able to cleanse. Come back in. And Marky is pulled. The GA's down. Alvaro's on the front to the right to the arcade's fired. Kalist survives. He dodges, dips, ducks, and dies. And it's Super that's in trouble, but he takes down Seiken. Immediate reply from Kalist, and Monkey stays alive. Kalist comes out on top, and Karmine
TP behind, Orn's coming through.
It's just a game. They've got the numbers advantage. 2 members of Movistar Riders staying alive into the 4 of Karmine Corp. Super minions pouring into the base. Cleanses up for Super, but no flash.
Karmine Corp have held the throne 3 times before. Will this be the crowning of the 4th?
It looks to be it. The greatest URL team that we have ever seen. The most successful EMEA Masters are on the verge of a 4th. But the inhibitor spawns.
It buys them time.
Movistar, time. The script could not be better.
It's a lifeline.
What is the end of this game?
This is the best finals we've ever had.
What is
in the
going
EMEA
on?
This is the best crowd, the best stage, and the best fights we've seen. Maybe not always for the execution, but sometimes just for the entertainment. And you can see how close it becomes as well. It almost comes down to Frescao as well. If he hit any of his ultimates in that fight, it could have been turned around completely. But the damage being dealt, the pressure by Seiken, look at his positioning. He's always untouched.
And you know what, Trevor, you said it once, I'll say it again. 17 years old, dodging all of those right at the arcanes. At the time it's necessary to step back up for his team and almost get them across the line. They've done so much of the work. They just need a little bit more.
Coming into this day, when I heard the crowd openly boo Movistar, I wanted Movistar to win. They returned a book and turned this venue into a library. It was overdue. Forced us to game 5. And in 30 minutes, we have Baron on the side of Karmine. A respawn inhibitor in the mid lane. We have Cloud Soul on the side of Movistar. And it all comes down to these fights. Keep your eyes on the flashes, keep your eyes on the sums, because they could be huge in what could be one more fight.
And keep your eyes on the items. 2 stopwatches coming through. Seiken, Kalist as well. Elixirs have been bought as well. Super's already sitting on the Elixir of Wrath. So everything comes down to these last moments, and the players knows it.
Maokai ult. Call of the Forge God. Knocks up 2. Volcano Pulse fires. Seiken will solo. Inhibitor in the middle lane. Bottom, inhibitor turret is the next target. Feel the rumble of the feet. They hold the tower, they hold the line. They channel Leonidas and Spartan's power. But they once again have to deal with supers. I will say, 4 minutes for Elder with the soul. Is it possible? Is it something Movistar are capable of?
Everybody at home, pay attention to the top, left and right hand sides of your screen. If KC do not end the game before then, there will be an Elder and there will be a Baron on the map in a game 5 for all of the marbles.
You just know it can't come through from a push because FLICKR will just clear it all up. Yes, you can take care of the inhib turrets right now, but they're still moving back and forth.
Oh God.
Wait, Taka, ult him, get him out of there!
He's got stunned!
How is he alive?
He flies away, right of the arcane! FLICKR, you need to find the shots! Does not do it! One more! And look at the top lane, inhibitor goes down. Targamas, you are one lucky SOB. Escapes, dodges, dips, ducks, everything.
Oh, he's fine.
Second
He'll
gets
dash out.
stopped here. Okay, but these fights are just way too close. Still, objective gained on the top side. Another inhibitor. Siege continuing on the bot side. Kalist does have that ultimate, does have that cleanse, but no flash.
There's also no Targa. There's also no Seiken. Alvaro's looking for the engage. Kalist is in a little bit of trouble.
That's the ult.
Throws out the Featherstorm.
Marquis.
Calls them back. Marquis down. Cabo goes forward. He's got no ultra member. Tinkoff is low. And without that front line, they start to back just a little bit. Without the ultimate, there's 2 inhibitors down. It is 8,000 gold in the lead. It is advantage to Karmine Corp again and again and again. But it is so close in these fights. Movistar still have windows. They still have Zeri, who has 4 items completed.
They're gonna look for it right now. Death time on Marky. 5 members down the inhib right now.
Isma's got no ultimate available. Dredgeline connects. It's on to Syncroft. The knockup is there. The charm lands. Super force the flash. Gets caught out. Kalist goes unstoppable. And after 5 games, Karmine Corp take their 4th EMEA Masters title. Let them soak in the atmosphere. Not a single person is sitting down in this venue in the front rows. Movistar pushed Karmine Corp more than I expected after the first couple games. And had chances in game 5. But for the 4th time, they don't attempt. They complete EMEA Masters. 12-0 in best of series. 4 titles. The most successful, the greatest ERL and EMEA Masters team. The greatest player that we've seen in Seiken.
And you could talk about every single player here, but the difference maker came through in Kalist as well. They found the 2v2 kills in the bot lane, and they left it through. Now reaching around the trophy, Karmine Corp.
Look at this shot. And when they hoist this trophy, listen to this crowd. Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, your 2023 EMEA Masters Summer Champions! Jamada, Gulborg, everybody in the venue, everyone watching it, everyone that's taken part in broadcasting, thank you for joining us. What a wild journey. Jamada, you have to feel this was the expected outcome. But boy, was the journey here not what I was expecting.
No, not at all. And as the Karmine Corp faithful celebrate their victory, I would also like to briefly just wish the condolences of Movistar. So close, but inevitable is inevitable. And Karmine Corp simply are conquerors. 4 for 4.
And what an environment. With this crowd, you know what I mean? With this energy in the room. I don't blame you, Sikov, bro. You've earned that. You have earned that.
Just take a sit down, honestly. What a series. Once again, EMEA Masters, a tournament of proving yourself in the Tier 2 system. For veterans to make their way back, and for rookies, prospects, to prove themselves, to become something fearful for the future, if developed correctly. And I can say without a doubt, 10 players definitely look like prospects today in this final. 5 games, and 5 games that absolutely delivered. This is the best EMEA Masters final that's ever been.
Wild. I mean, look, it's not a fair fight when you consider the crowd. However, the story of these games, right? The journey of the squads. I will say very briefly, someone assigned some protection to Trayton. I actually don't see him on the O2P desk. So we'll see what happens there. But nevertheless, what a wild journey. I believe we are obviously going to be setting up for the interview. We'll obviously be hearing from Yaroslawski so later on in the show, but for now it's just beautiful, beautiful scenes here. To think that Kalist could be following in the shadow of Seikun, do you know what I mean? Building that legacy himself. He's only 17!
When was the last time? All right, he started the tournament 16 years old.
Yeah.
When was the last time a 16-year-old kid made his stage on the European scene that you remember?
Oh. Honestly, the last one that I remember like that had some, it's going to be Reckless.
It's Reckless indeed.
That's literally as long. You know what I love so much is you didn't fully trust I was going to get there.
I hoped, you know, I saw your brain,
Yes.
I picked it, it worked.
Oh. I have a headache, I've lost my voice. I am eternally grateful to have had the honor to join here. And I'm so thankful Jamal and Gulborg helped guide me through the prep, set me up for this one. Karmine Corp delivering in front of 7,000
I mean,
strong.
it's an honor to be here with you, Trevor, before you go into this.
I want 2 more 5-game series this weekend, you know?
I hope we get them. Because
And
this is what League of Legends is about.
I want every single one of you that's watching and listening, tell your friends, get everyone involved, because this was wicked. This is the 3rd EMEA Masters final in a row that's gone to 5 games.
Absolutely crazy. I mean, even looking back again, that game 5 now, the moments where it was just the fight you were waiting for, again and again.
Yes.
Side lanes, completely pushed out, even objectives starting to come up. Sieges,
Look at this
they
crowd.
go even. I mean, it's crazy.
You know what, love? Karmine Corp even gave us the int at the end to, like, you know, drag it out, make it more fun.
Honestly, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Oh.
A throw for content is the best kind of throw.
And I will say, we've spoken excessively about Karmine Corp, obviously. But for Movistar, what a journey, what a ride, right? First time in the finals, a lot of these players, 2nd, 3rd, 4th time in EMEA Masters ever. The furthest they made it previously was semi-finals, what, 4 years ago, 3 years ago?
Long time.
Quarterfinals recently. And then not only to be in your first finals, but for the first time in a long time, your EMEA Master Finals is in front of that freaking army? Put yourself at home and imagine what it must have been like playing in a 7,000 people who booed a graphic of you, let alone a replay or a kill. Now, I do not want to diminish it. I think the Karmine Corp players, not only are they more experienced, they stepped up to the stage. Movistar, they had problems. We didn't see the side. But jeez, what a challenge it is. And they did push us to game 5.
This is no different than walking into the Madrid ground if you're a Barcelona player.
Yes, yes.
That's the best way I can put it.
Oh, my word.
That game 5, man.
It is incredible.
It is wild. So yes, we can see the players obviously setting up on stage. I believe we will be getting to that in a moment or two.
Yep.
Just relishing in this one. Let's zoom out. Gentlemen, you've been along for the ride for the entirety of EMEA Masters Summer. What's your takeaways? As we are going to be wrapping this up, that was the final series. Karmine Corp champions.
I really do think the gameplay evolved throughout the series. I know it makes sense as you filter out the teams that lose, but even from the teams that we're currently seeing here, compare this final games, go look at the group stage games, it's not the same teams playing.
Neither team won their group. Both teams, like, 3-3. Karmine Corp had to get a tiebreaker to get you. If they lost that tiebreaker, they would not be hosting it. Obviously, that's how that works.
That's crazy.
It's an incredible road. It's been an incredible road for them. And even if you think about the struggles that they've had between their last appearance back in, 2021 spring to here, or 2022 spring rather, to here, it's been very, very bumpy, but to return after such a big break and just return straight to where they left off. You can't say that about many organizations.
I honestly, my favorite line of the day, and there's been a few, but Gullborg usurpers, they don't attempt e-master. I just love that because, again, there are very, very few teams that can have that kind of pedigree or legacy.
Absolutely, but they were struggling in spring as well. They finished 9th in spring. They didn't even make it to playoffs. They had to make 3 substitutions. They only brought in Syncroft, Takamas, and Kalist just this summer. And this is already what they look like again. And obviously, there's all camaraderie and gameplay from their former teammates. But Kalist, once again, was integrated this summer.
Something I'll tell you as well is, obviously, as you can see on stage, just setting up, where we're standing and we're overlooking the stage, immediately to my left, your right, there's a row of seats that is kind of reserved for the staff, for the players. Every single game this series, we've had Fnatic, Mad Lions, and G2 members sitting there, cheering, laughing, crying. From the players to the coaches to the support staff. They have been glued to every single game. And the reason that I love that is hearing from them as well, talking specifically about the bot laners, who ultimately were huge in Kalista game 5, oh my god. But it is great seeing that because, of course, they are the players that's going to make those guys either win or lose in the coming years, right? And it's just great to see.
No, I love it. And there's no better way to put your name out there than going to 5 games in the finals. Yamato was talking about the sponsors getting their worth, and yes, they are, but so are we. So are we, and so are the people out there who needs information on these players. They're getting all they need.
Wrecked.
Same. It's been a while since I've thrown, I'm a relegated analyst these kind of days, so this was an absolute pleasure with the two of you.
Oh, it's so good. Okay, I can see everyone on stage there, so with a little bit of luck, we'll be saved soonish. I will just say once again, thank you to everybody that's watching. Obviously, we're going to hear from the players and teams. Huge shout out, especially to all the shoutcasts, all the other languages that aren't able to be here. People have been involved in the show and whatnot. It's just fantastic. I'm intrigued to see what happens with these crowds throughout the course of the weekend.
Yeah.
Jamada,
throw it away.
Are we ready to go?
We are ready to go. There is a task to interview.
Let's go. Thank you. Goodbye from us.
Thank you so much, guys. Merci beaucoup, les gars. Montpellier, une fois de plus pour Karmine Corp. Quatrième titre pour vous, 4th title for you guys. And I'm going to start with you, Syncroft, because after last year, after the disappointment that was last year, you came back home, you came back to your family. I was watching you just before the interview, sitting down, just letting it sink in. What does it mean for you to come back with the team and take back the title with K-Corp?
You guys are so amazing, I swear. It's like, last year was really shit for me, I started doubting myself even at some point, then I took a break. So I'm just thankful, for the trust you gave me again. And we won fucking everything again.
L'année dernière a été difficile, elle était très compliquée. Je vais vous passer les mots qui ne sont pas trop diffusables en broadcast, mais l'essence c'était qu'il est très content de revenir ici, que le public lui a manqué évidemment, et tout gagner avec Karmine une fois de plus, encore une fois devant le public français, ça représente énormément.
Un public historique, un public qui marque les esprits. Mon cher Targamas, ce public, tu l'as aussi retrouvé, mine de rien, cette année. Tu es rentré à la maison, chez toi, comme tu dis si bien. C'était une grande finale, c'était une grande saison. Et ce soir, tu étais attendu. C'était votre poste à toi et à Kalist qui était pris pour cible. La force de vos adversaires, elle était autour de vous. Ce soir, vous vous êtes transcendés. Vous avez sorti la botlane secrète, la botlane top secrète, la botlane top secrète aussi. Cette créativité, ce travail, l'aventure pour cette finale, ta préparation, toi le mastermind, Targamas, tous ces calculs.
Ouais, je sais pas, après, c'est sûr que je viens avec des idées, mais c'est aussi l'équipe qui me permet de mettre en place mes idées et l'équipe aussi qui propose leurs idées. Genre là, j'ai de la chance de jouer avec Alice qui est capable de sortir un Yasuo en first time en game 1 on stage. Donc, après j'ai juste à faire ce que je sais faire, quoi. Moi, je suis sur la scéna, j'ai 5000 games dessus, genre je sais ce que je fais. Mais ouais, j'ai de la chance de jouer avec quelqu'un qui peut être aussi confiant sur sa première scène, sa première grande finale. Et voilà.
Quelle générosité, un vrai support jusqu'au bout. Incroyable.
Even if I'm creative, I'm really happy to have a team around me that can follow up and follow me into the ideas that I can have, and also being able to shine with Calist in the bot lane, being with this guy who's so young and who didn't shy away from flashing Yasuo in game 1 of a grand final. And after all this, I just have to do what I can do. I have 500 Senna games, I know what I'm doing. Caliste, on viendra sur toi un petit peu plus tard, mais avant ça, je vais parler à ton capitaine. Déjà, Cabo, première question, pourquoi tu as des chaussures?
Eh bien... Figure-toi que c'est pas de mon ressort. Moi, voilà, je comptais avoir la petite intro avec les pieds nus, mais bon, c'est la chose qui arrive. Hein.
You're the captain of this team. I'm not going to translate this one, it's irrelevant. You're the captain of this team. This is the 4th title you guys have. You made it to 5 games. Was it for content? You can answer in French. Tu peux parler en français.
Bien sûr, non, franchement, quel parcours. Tu vois, il y a 6 mois, on est Saken, Réa, Targa, moi, on est dernier de nos ligues. Syncroft, il est en Pologne en train de boire de la vodka. Et voilà, on arrive à revenir en LFL aussi fort. On est en groupe à une game de sortir avec le tiebreaker au final. Et ensuite, on fait la demi et la finale en 5 games. Franchement, à l'histoire, si j'avais pu l'écrire différemment, je pense que j'aurais rien changé. C'était vraiment une sacrée aventure.
Quelle élégance! Quelle élégance!
Je sors de 5 games de Horn et Cassante, tu sais.
Cabo! Et en parlant d'élégance, les 2 personnes derrière, celles qui sont en chemise, Réa, Wadi, coach Réa, entré en fonction. Tu étais là, bien sûr, pour le 3-pit. Tu n'étais pas là dans la même position et cette année, tu es une grande révélation de ton côté. Tu es très bien accompagné, bien sûr. Cette année, elle n'a pas toujours été couronnée de succès, mais vous n'avez absolument rien lâché. Et la montagne de travail que vous avez dû abattre doit être simplement... On doit avoir le souffle coupé devant toute cette masse. Mon cher Réa, ce voyage de 2023, il se termine bien.
Ouais, effectivement. Non, en vrai, on visualisait. Merci. C'est depuis le début, depuis la première fois qu'on a parlé à chacun des joueurs, notre objectif c'était d'être ici pour gagner. C'était il y a presque 5 mois. Et effectivement, chacun des joueurs, chacun des staffs, on a abattu beaucoup de travail et je suis très heureux de pouvoir célébrer ça avec le public parce que c'est quelque chose de spécial et c'est un truc qui va rester dans notre tête toute notre vie. Donc.
The year hasn't been easy, but the team that we have here right now today, this is a project that we've been building for the past 5 months, and being able to achieve all this in front of this crowd, in front of this audience, after all the hard work we put in to make this lineup successful, it means a lot to me. And of course, now I have to talk to the second man on the bot lane, Caliste, only 17 years old. Already so good. After his first year playing in the LFL. Caliste, tu viens d'avoir 17 ans, c'est grave d'être aussi fort, sérieusement. C'est ta première année en LFL. Tu as eu le titre de MVP, tu gagnes les EMEA Masters aujourd'hui devant un public français. Alors c'était il y a 2 semaines, mais ok. Qu'est-ce que ça représente pour toi d'être ici aujourd'hui et qu'est-ce qui va le plus te marquer de cette première année que tu as passée en LFL avec les titres que tu as gagnés?
J'ai encore un peu du mal à m'en rendre compte, mais c'est un peu une sorte de rêve qui se réalise aujourd'hui, même si c'est encore que le début de mon aventure. Et je suis vraiment très très heureux d'avoir la chance d'être ici et de pouvoir jouer avec toute cette équipe, tous les gens qui sont autour, et c'est vraiment juste un énorme plaisir.
I have a hard time realizing all this right now. This is a dream come true for me, the fact that I'm able to achieve this, and it is just the beginning of the journey.
Passons maintenant à toi, Second. Champion back to back to back. Tu étais là. Le 4e titre. Tu es encore une fois là, tu es le dénominateur commun, le GOAT ici, il n'y a personne, il n'y a que toi. À chaque fois, tu reviens et à chaque fois, tu gagnes. Le secret, Second, le secret, il est dans tes mains ou il est devant nous?
Honnêtement, je sais pas trop quoi dire, je suis juste... c'est une dinguerie, je voulais tellement gagner cette compétition, vu l'année dernière comment ça s'est passé. Je suis juste trop heureux les gars, merci juste de nous aider et tout. J'ai pas d'autres mots les gars.
I actually don't know what to say. I have a hard time realizing that all of this has happened, so I don't know what more I can say here, so thank you. Thank you to the crowd, thank you to the fans who came to cheer for us today. And I'm gonna ask some final words to the captain of the team once again. Is there anything you want to say to these fans here today who came cheering for you once again, who are really loud once again? Quelque chose pour les fans, Cabo?
Ben, on vous l'avait promis, voilà, on s'était des rendez-vous ici, vous avez répondu présent, nous aussi, l'histoire est parfaite, merci.
Wadji!
Merci à tous en vrai. Je savais pas. En vrai, merci. C'est un peu un truc de fou de se retrouver là après, en vrai, avoir un peu galéré en Div 2, avoir pas mal vu l'Open Tour, arriver en LFL, tout gagner et avoir des aussi grands joueurs que ça. On peut rien rêver de mieux, tu vois. Après, je pense qu'on a... Enfin, moi, le seul objectif que j'ai à la fin, c'est qu'on soit la première équipe européenne à gagner les Worlds. Et je pense qu'il y a encore du travail, mais aujourd'hui, on a gagné, donc c'est le début.
Messieurs, encore une fois, bravo. Bravo pour ce 4e titre, bravo pour cette incroyable journée que vous nous avez offerte. Jusqu'au bout de ces 5 games ici, à la Sud de France Arena à Montpellier. S'il vous plaît, encore une fois pour Karmine Corp.
Et on va se quitter ici pour l'interview des gagnants, le temps de révéler le MVP. That's all for us here on this side of the stage. And it's time for us to reveal the EMEA Masters Finals MVP.
Friscowi is golden. The first kill to capital of the game. Manages to take down Friscowi. The Dragon helping out the second. Forsaken. It's done. The Riders are running. They've been wrecked. They've been ruined. And the Sand Soldiers set up another. And it's Movistar looking like game one is done, dusted, and finished. Friscowi's down. Killers with another. Seiken with the scoop and the dunk. Follow Seiken flash available. Sand Soldiers conquering, shifting sands.
Seiken.
Simply disgusting. He does not miss. He does not attempt. Seiken does not lose EMEA Masters.
Your EMEA Masters 2023 Summer Finals MVP, Seiken! Seiken, what can I say? We spoke earlier. You were chasing the fourth, you got the fourth. How does it feel?
I don't know. I'm just so tired. I just want to sleep, to be honest. I wanted to win this one like so bad, actually. I needed it for the future of my career, I think. And I owe this to Casey as well. I promised to my CEO to win, so I have to win for him. Et merci beaucoup les gars, vous êtes trop forts, ouais, c'est une dinguerie. Merci les gars, vous venez à chaque fois, vous êtes des boss.
They were here to see you lift your fourth one, Seiken. You have made history with KC. You have made history for the ERLs. You have made history at EMEA Masters. You've solidified yourself as the best mid laner in the ERLs. What comes next for Seiken?
I don't know. I don't think much will happen, but I'm happy with FLICKR Corp and I'm happy winning with them. So, and I'm happy to play for you guys. So everything is good.
And they're very happy to have you in their team. Now, I'm going to pull you a little bit back into the series. That was a 5-game banger we just witnessed. And your champion pool looked very wide from start to finish.
I mean, Azir was working well first 2 games, so I mean, I think just the game were decided on bot most likely. So Azir was good overall, I think. But I wanted to play Ryze last game, to be honest, but I couldn't. So sad.
You did hover it. You did hover it. In all honesty. Now, when it comes to this particular series, you guys played 5 games on blue side and Movistar Riders kept choosing the red side. Do you think the game got decided like this?
To be honest, I don't even know if it changed anything with the side with this game. I think the last game was just like a big fiesta, a bit fiesta. And we are not used to play against Xerath as well, so I'm really happy they played accordingly to it with the team. And yeah, that's it.
You had a fantastic game 5. I saw you literally giving your life away just to reach the Xerath for one more victory in the mid. So that was a fantastic series. Seiken, you told me that the crowd makes it a little bit easier every time you play in front of them. Do you think this was a 5v6?
Yeah, of course. Look at them. They are just the best crowd in Europe.
I don't hear them. I don't want to keep you any longer. You need your drinks, you need your sleep, you need to celebrate. I want to ask you. You're their MVP.
Merci beaucoup les gars. Merci.
Are there any favorite moments from this career back from 2021 when you won your first EMEA Masters all the way to now?
Sorry, could you repeat? I didn't.
Any favorite moments in these 2 years that you've been winning EMEA Masters over and over and over again?
I think it has to be this one. It's the 4th one, and it's on stage with you guys, so for sure this will be the best moment, I think.
And lastly, is there any mention or any thank yous that you want to send to people?
I mean, I will do it in French, okay? It's easier for me. Mais juste merci à tous ceux qui vous êtes là tout le temps. Jamais vous avez lâché. Et on vous a rapporté un autre trophée cette fois-ci. Donc merci beaucoup et juste on continuera les gars, on s'arrêtera pas. Merci beaucoup les gars.
Thank you very much, Seiken, and congratulations again on the 4th win and on the MVP. Gonna throw it back to Laure, who's gonna take us through Victory Lap.
Laure and Twix is kind of an OTP French post-show that we're going to do in English, though. Sorry for people in the audience, but we're going to make it easy for you guys. I want you guys to react on the MVP. Seiken gets it. Do you think it's deserved?
Yeah, of course. I mean, second at Masters is a special beast always. He got to play his Azir, his Rise every time. Like when he has to take the responsibility, he's just there.
Yeah.
Today we lost 2 games on the 3 and 4, and he still like pick me Azir, guys, no problem. I'm gonna carry this one. Fully deserved for sure.
I love the confidence, Twix,
Yeah,
honestly,
the
on the side of all
confidence
these players.
It's like the key word for this team. Back a few months back, you already announced that you would be there, that you would be the winners, the champions. Caliste, a few months back, you were still in 2nd division. That's not an station, that's a rocket launch.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like a really short road, but it was only 5 months, but I feel like it was really long.
You found your match, you found your home.
Yeah, I think I found my home, and I really enjoy what just happened and everything that goes on, and I want to thank all the fans.
It is actually crazy, and to follow up on what Twix was just saying, the fact that you came from 2nd division, joining K Corp, the most decorated team we have in EMEA Masters, after not the greatest split, honestly, when you look at Spring. What were your expectations, and were you scared of proving yourself? How were you feeling before joining the team when you reflect on everything you achieved today?
I mean, yeah, at first it's obviously scary to join KC at 16 with all the fans, the pressure of winning and everything. But KC is it matches the way I think. I just want to win everything. So when I joined KC, it was clear that I just wanted to win everything, go to Montpellier and just win it.
Cabo, tell me about him in the first weeks when he joined the team and everything. How was he?
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's funny he's saying it's scary because from the very first moment we could see he had full confidence. He was there from the very first scrim, and that's why I think we showed all of us the confidence to be there in Montpellier tonight, and we're gonna make it like we did before.
I feel like you need to be confident, honestly, when you're joining KC like this.
I don't know. You have to have it, I believe. But maybe it's because he's got great teammates, some kind of daddy in the top lane.
Top daddy, love it.
Daddy Cabochard.
Yeah, I think it's the and to me, I think as well, him playing with Targamas was just the best match he could get. Instantly, they clicked together, and then we adapted well, I think, as a team to get just the right roles. Like I became the golem, Synchro became the golem, and they're just the main character of this story, and it's just perfect, I think.
I just wonder, did you ever meet such a player? A player that's so comfortable at such a young age in your huge career?
No, of course not, Caliste. I mean, he's special, and there is this 10 years difference, but it never really felt like it, I think so.
Caliste.
He's destined for greatness.
That's moving.
For you to be part of this, and as I said during the interview, to get so much success at such a young age, how do you think it's going to impact the rest of your career?
Excuse me, could you repeat, please?
I can repeat, it's fine. Avoir autant de succès à un âge aussi jeune, arriver, directement gagner le split, directement gagner les EMEA Masters, comment est-ce que tu penses que ça va impacter la suite de ta carrière? Surtout quand tu as autant de fans qui sont comme ça derrière toi tout le temps. Ça doit être sympa.
Moi, comme dit, mon objectif c'est de gagner les Worlds et de devenir le meilleur ADC du monde. Donc, comme dit, j'ai encore du temps devant moi et je vais pouvoir tout donner pendant longtemps pour essayer d'accomplir ces objectifs. Et peut-être que j'ai trouvé la maison pour.
My goal is to win Worlds. My goal is to be the best ADC we have in the world. And well, who knows, maybe I found my home to do it later in the future. Gabo, it's the 4th title you have. How different this one feels?
I mean, coming from the terrible split we had, I think the expectations were redefined, and I think that's what makes it so great about this one. Like so much less people expected us to go all the way, and it was again like a difficult path. I think we had like usual, but when we have to face adversity every time, like we're there, game 5, no problem. We're taking responsibility, and I think that's what makes it so enjoyable.
What does it mean? What does it mean to be the captain of such a squad? What's on your shoulders, on your big shoulders? Yeah, you heard me. Yeah, you heard me.
I mean, it felt very natural because we, like, Callis fit in the mix, but we already knew each other so well from the 2021 year. I think, like, there was nothing forced at all. Like, we broke Synchro back, we brought Targa back, and it felt like the good old days. So it was just, just that.
Just natural.
Just natural. EMEA Masters belong to the LFL, I guess.
I guess.
Once again. Question for you, Twix. How were you guys feeling after at the beginning of Game 5, seeing that Movistar Riders won the last 2 games? Do you felt like the reverse sweep coming, or did you feel like it's Game 5 comfort zone? It's fine, guys. They have it.
No, always confidence. Always.
I mean,
no doubt.
I never doubted.
2 years ago, the story was the same. We were against Fnatic Rising. We start 2-0, and then they start to grind back, and eventually we find the solution. I think we reset mentally everyone and just. They start killing them about 32, and then we just throw ultimate.
You didn't reset me. I was so scared, man. I was really
No, don't
scared.
worry. It's K-Corp in Game 5. Don't worry. Like,
all right.
Does it make it even more special to win against Spain when you think of the way the show matches went when you guys faced off against Spain the last time?
Yeah, of course, there is this rivalry always, Spain versus France, and like there was EY casting and Kamito casting always, so it's like it was one more reason for us to take it all the way, and then we do it in France, so it's just the best.
Perfect. Winning in front of your own crowd. Do you have any last questions, Riggs? Because I want to talk about the LEC after this.
I mean, I just want to know how do they do it, but
what is the recipe?
They will not answer that, I guess. They will not. You have
I don't have the answer, Chris. How do you do it every time? You just stomp them 2v2, that's it.
Where do you find the inspiration for your flashy moves? Like the amount of flashes forward you made last game was really something, and you play Xayah. You don't do that with Xayah. I mean, you do.
You do. No, I think it just...
Is there a voice that's
there
telling
is
you?
a voice in my head saying, kill him.
Kill him.
It's just instinct.
Really, nothing more. You just feel it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Just nothing more.
Nothing more.
And Gabo?
Nothing
Similar
more.
question. How did you manage to stay at this level for all these years? How many years have you been playing, actually, Gav? 6, 7, 8?
I don't know, just go to the gym, drink water.
All right.
That's it, I guess.
Touch grass, go to the gym, drink water.
I mean, my rules just ascend so much. I feel like throughout the 3 years I was there, you know, I really had to take a step back and play a different playstyle, I think, and it's just what's fitting us the most right now. And it's always a new challenge that you have to rediscover yourself throughout the metas, and it's what makes me like still here.
Words of wisdom. Love it. Well, that's the end of EMEA Masters here, of course, but the weekend doesn't stop here. We have LEC coming back tomorrow with Fnatic facing off against the Mad Lions. I want to ask you guys for some predictions here. Who do you think is winning tomorrow, and why?
Well, I think the wonder that never practices is the best wonder, so I'm expecting Fnatic to actually go to the final against Return.
Elise?
What's the match?
Mad Lions Fnatic.
Team Niski?
Team Niski or?
No, I'm not Team Niski. I think Fnatic will win. I'm not Team Niski.
All right. Twix, any predictions before we sign off?
I mean, I'm with Niski all the way.
Right,
All
well,
the way.
we'll see about this tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much once again. Twix, merci beaucoup.
Merci
It's a pleasure.
beaucoup.
It's the first time, it's the first segment we do together this year, actually. And
With you, it's a
Montpellier,
breeze.
once again, merci beaucoup. Thank you so much for everything you've been doing today for Karmine Corp, for this incredible mood we had. We will be back tomorrow, 5:30 for the pre-show, 6 p.m. for the beginnings of games. Fnatic versus Mad Lions. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bonsoir Montpellier, j'espère que vous êtes prêts pour la toute première finale des EMEA Masters ici en public.
Karmine Corp, the experience, the history, everything that has gone behind this team, it is too perfect not to happen. It is written in the stones, and the gods will have it only one way. Karmine Corp is going to win it.
Forced to fly to safety, may need to flash. Ignite's thrown out, the exhaust won't catch Super, but Alvaro stunned. First blood to France, to Karmine Corp.
Yeah, win this.
I need to base. Remember Rennek is no ult?
Look at him.
Nice.
On the Cassandra, which is not the best. Every single other ultimate just get thrown out. Surely there's not a solo kill out of nowhere. He's just going in. Kalist!
Kalist starting to run
That's an
for
ignite.
his life. The turnaround, it's Alvaro, forced to flash. Psychic gets first blood. Super does get a reply. Look at my horse, it's amazing. Super's caught down. What is happening? Bro, sets it up with the winter fight. The crash down comes forward.
Let's go, Silas, after.
Salah slash. Kill Lulu.
Between Karmine Corp and a game 3 at 2-0. There goes Super.
Another Emperor's Divide to set it up for a double kill. Listen to this crowd.
Mark, surely you don't die here.
Oh, let's find out.
What's it?
Slice, dice.
Oh, hold up, Marky.
Under the tower. He does it, he gets away. It's Movistar.
Super, fresh, let's go. And Marky, please, motherfucker, because you are even better than this, okay?
The Zeri stepping forward, but he's caught up, rooted back and smashed into the faces of Movistar. Feathers have been pulled forward. That's the
Oh my God, Kalist.
The feathers. Oh, wait. Super get taken down. It's Targamas. It's Kalist.
It's ready, guys.
Look that up. Yeah, flash on target. No flash that up.
And after 5 games, Karmine Corp take their 4th EMEA Masters title.
Buraya ilk gelişim değil. Ama bu defa onları yerle bir etmek için buradayım.
Alles stand in Flammen. Aber jetzt ist die Zeit für Rache. Napotkajem na swej drodze wiele trudności, jednak tym razem nic mnie nie powstrzyma. ¿Qué le vamos a dar al resto? Es voluntad brillante.